What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans stand up, and this video is brought to you by our sponsors in BetUS. And yo, we have to celebrate, y'all. We have just hit 17,000 subscribers. Yes, 17,000 subscribers. Last month we hit 16, and less than a month later we hit 17. We did, full transparency, we did over 300,000 views last month alone. That's not just a testament to me, that's a testament to you guys for sharing the content, liking the content, supporting the content. We are growing at a rapid pace, and a lot of people are finally starting to take notice of what we've been doing. Now, speaking of announcements, I want to share this with you guys because you guys are like family, right? I talk to a lot of you guys more than I talk to some of my own family, let's be honest, right? So your boy Jay Tuck has just been accepted into an NFL scouting academy, and I'm extremely excited about that. I'm actually honored by that. So what it's going to be, it's going to be damn near like a college, right? 16 weeks. I'm going to be working beside some of the greatest NFL minds in Louis Riddick, Coach Martz, Wade Phillips. I think he's going to be doing some of their training. So there's a lot of NFL coaches, former NFL coaches going to be there, and it's going to be me and some other, current coaches who are trying to become scouts or up and coming coaches and also want to become GM. So I'm excited to be in that room. Now, a lot of people is asking like, yo, Tuck, so what's your next move? Are you about to be working as an NFL scout or a college scout? More than likely, no. I'm kind of comfortable doing what I'm doing now, but I will say this, you never know what God has in store for you, and sometimes doors just open up and you just got to walk through that path. I'm extremely excited about the opportunity. I'm going to be having homework. I got to do assignments. I'm going to have to be breaking down players and writing reports. I'm going to have to do a lot of work, but I'm excited to get that knowledge so I can get that growth in me, and I can share that with y'all, the community, and hopefully you guys can get something from it too, because it costs. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap, but if there's anyone I'm ever going to invest in, it's damn sure going to be myself. I make no hesitations. I'm always going to bet on me, man. Speaking of scouting reports, the Dallas Cowboys will be kicking off versus the Detroit Lions. And we know what happened last year, right? It was Jimmy Johnson Day. I was in the building, eyes full of tears and emotions. And the Dallas Cowboys got out with the victory of the Detroit Lions. Now, honestly, it shouldn't even been close, right? But the Lions kind of fought back in the fourth quarter. And Lions fans felt like they got cheated. They got robbed. So they've been dwelling on that loss more than their own playoff loss, right? Remember, they was in a championship game, but what's the loss they always talk about the most is losing to the Cowboys last year. So they definitely have this game circled, and they're going to want to come into AT&T Stadium and prove their point. We have to be clicking on all cylinders. So I want to take a look at the Lions offense. All right, so when you look at the Lions offense, they have their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, hot offensive coordinator. A lot of people are trying to make him the next great head coach, right? But he stayed there in Detroit. He was a quarterback at North Carolina, also a coach in Miami for the Miami Dolphins, a quarterback coach. So he's definitely an offensive-minded guy. Now, when it comes to their talent pool, they have Jahmyr Gibbs, and we talked about Jahmyr Gibbs in the draft ad nauseum. A lot of us wanted him. We didn't get him, right? But they also have one of my favorites, and I love this kid in the draft, right? And Sam Laporta, and he's already a problem out of tight end U in Iowa. I mean, he's phenomenal. So he's definitely a threat you got to be aware of. Amon St. Brown, we already know what he is. Jamison Williams is back fully healthy. He is their deep threat guy. So these are the guys you definitely have to watch. Penei Sewell, we talked about him coming out of the draft a lot. Their center, Frank Ragnow. Jared Goff, I know there's a lot of conversation pieces about Jared Goff, right? But Jared Goff, he is a decent quarterback. He's not super elite, but he's not super trash. He's just a decent quarterback that's going to get the job done, and he's played at a lot of high levels. I mean, he's been to a Super Bowl before, NFC Championship, so he's played in a lot of big games, and also their spell running back in David Montgomery. So when it comes to Ben Johnson and his offense, right, they don't line up in shotgun a lot. They line up 47% of the time in shotgun snaps, which is 30th in the NFL, but they will line up old school and get under center and run the ball. 47% of their runs come from under center, which is 5th in the NFL. So when you take a look at the film, when it comes to the Detroit Lions run game, they'll do a lot of power stuff. They'll do a lot of power. So sometimes they'll come out in 22 personnel. So let's go back to it for those of you who've been in class, right? They have 2 tight ends out there, and they also have a fullback, and they also have David Montgomery. So they're in 22 personnel. And what they're going to do is they're going to shift him to the backfield, line up and go big on big And look at these running lanes that David Montgomery is actually able to find and get downfield. So they are definitely going to test us when it comes. So we have to definitely stop the run again, because they have a dual running back threat and they run a lot on first and second down. Like I said, also, when it comes to their personnel, they run 11 personnel about 53% of the time, 12 personnel about 28% of the time. But you also have to be aware of is the play action shot. When it comes to the play action, what they like to do is get the ground game involved. We all know that, right? With Gibbs and also Montgomery, right? Get the run game involved. And there comes the play action and set you up deep to get you over the top with their speedy wide receivers. So you definitely have to remain balanced. You definitely have to maintain discipline, because if not, they have guys, if they catch you sleeping, it's good night. It's good night, especially when it comes to Williams. He's one of those guys that can stretch the field, and once he gets the ball in his hands, he is gone. He is gone to the crib, right? So you definitely have to be aware of that. So I know you want to commit to stopping the run, but you damn sure can't fall asleep on the pass, because Jared Goff will definitely make you pay. When it comes to the run game, they're averaging 151 rushing yards per game, which is 6th in the NFL. And like I said, 52.7% of their run plays are called on first and second down. So you're going to have to earn your right, once again, to go out there and pass rush, because they're not going to give it to you at all. When it comes to their offense, right, so they're averaging 397 yards per game, right? So they put up a lot of yardage. That's 3rd in the NFL, and they're averaging 6.1 yards per play. So they're getting big chunk plays, right? And they're also averaging 245.8 passing yards. So they're a well-balanced attack, and that's what makes Ben Johnson extremely attractive when it comes to being a head coaching. But they also have talent. They have every little piece that you can think about. They have a decent quarterback that can conduct business. They have two dual threat running backs that can run the ball. They have 2 wide receivers. That's phenomenal. They have a tight end. That's phenomenal. They have a tackle in Penny Sewell. They have a center. So they have all the core pieces on their offense to pull off the scheme that they try to run. And they're definitely adequate with it, right? So it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed game. When it comes to first downs, right, they're 4th in the NFL. They're averaging almost 23 first downs per game, 3rd down conversion rate of 45.8%, which is 6th in the league. Now, where's the opportunity for the Cowboys to really attack? Well, once again, we're going to be without Marshawn Kneeland now, right? So we're going to be out to Marcus Lawrence. We're going to be without, Micah Parsons. We're like, okay, Marshawn Kneeland step up. Now Marshawn Kneeland's on IR, right? So once again, just like last week, it's going to be extremely important for our front guys to play disciplined football, and our linebacker core is going to have to step up and fill the void once again. I feel like our linebackers played outstanding. We all know where Overshown is, but Maris Leofau and also Kendricks, they played outstanding versus the Steelers. You're going to have to keep that trend. No more hero ball, running your gaps, and play sideline to sideline, because they have guys that can really test your front seven, but you got to get pushed, but you can't rush up field, because Jared Goff, he isn't a mobile quarterback, but he's sneaky. He'll take off here and there, right? But you have to get the right lanes, right integrity, because if not, you start hero balling, this team will definitely make you pay. They also will toss in some wrinkles with some trick plays. They all like to see some trick plays, some tackle eligibles and different things like that to kind of get you off cue. Also with the motions, communication will be key. But like I said, the Cowboys really have to go out there and play solid, disciplined football. Now, when it comes to getting pressure, right, because they're such a well-balanced team, Jared Goff doesn't get sacked a lot. He's only been sacked 7 times, which is the 5th lowest in the NFL. They like to play the time of possession game if possible, which is 11th in the NFL with 30.5 minutes. 0.59 minutes. So, like I said, they're a well-balanced attack. And I think it's going to be a good test for the Dallas Cowboys defense, even with their guys out. I think Kalen Carson is still going to be out. Jerron Bland's possibly going to be on a pitch count. Will he really play and have any impact? I highly doubt it. So you're going to have Trayvon Diggs out there. Who is he going to cover? Probably be on St. Brown a little bit, maybe on Williams a little bit, depending on who's on that side. But our other young guys are going to have to step up. So you're going to have to be disciplined. Stop the run. Stop the run. That's going to be a reoccurring theme. Every game, every game for the Dallas Cowboys. So they don't care what we did the last 2 weeks. They are going to come out and test it. Stop the runs. Amazi, you need some more push, right? Linval Joseph, continue to do what you're doing. Osa played decent. Can you stack that? Chauncey Golston played well. Tyrus Wheat, like, continue to stack those days because you're going to be tested, but also with our linebacker core because you got to get them in third and long situations, and you have to eliminate the big play because they're going to try to get you downfield. Like I said, they do give up on with it. If there's a strip fumble, you got to come down with it. Like, all those different things is going to change the course of this game, and this is going to be a pure chin strap game. I guarantee you they are going to line up. They probably watch hours of film. They probably watch hours of film what the Ravens did to the Cowboys, and I feel like that's how they want to come into AT&T win. They don't want to just win the game, right? They want to come in and bully us and punish us. And it's going to be very important that the Dallas Cowboys defense goes out there and sets the tone and protects our home turf at AT&T Stadium. So it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. We'll do the defensive side of the ball tomorrow. So if you love film breakdowns, you love scouting reports, and you love talking Dallas Cowboys football, you are in the right spot. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and let's get a win at home versus this Lions team because they're going to come in and try to represent for what happened last year. Let's not allow it. But before we go, here's a quick ad from our sponsors in BetUS. Peace. This video is brought to you by BetUS Online Sportsbook and Casino. And right now, BetUS is offering exclusive deals. So go over to BetUS, use the code YouTube150, and they are offering 150% up to $2,000 bonus deposit on your first deposit and 125% on your next two. So if you want to win money this NFL season and use free money, you cannot beat free money. Go over to BetUS, use the code YouTube150, and let's get this money game.